Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, my name is Engineer Wasiu Idepo, lead tutor Future Today EduTech Hub. On behalf of Future Today EduTech Hub and Ilmo App, our technical partners, I want to welcome everybody to this edition of the RuboG, the African Challenge. And I will be starting off today by asking that how many of us have forwarded our template for the design thinking. If you have forwarded it, let me see 1. If you are yet to forward it, let me see 0, so that we can wrap up things little by little. Design thinking template. Mohammed, is it ready? Have you forwarded it or you are yet? Mohammed, I want to hear you. Mohammed.
Sir.
Have you forwarded your design thinking or you are here too?
I'm here too.
Is your design thinking ready, Mohammed?
No, sir.
No. That is not very good news, because we have to get things done very quickly. What of devotion? Devotion, is your design thinking ready? Devotion, Abdul Jabbar.
Hello, sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah, my design thinking is really just one slide I don't understand, and so I haven't forwarded it yet.
You don't understand one slide?
Yes.
But have you edited some of it?
Yes.
Okay, I will advise you to save it, then forward it to the true address. Then that slide that you don't understand, ask the questions, so that by the time we are able to get Z back, you'll be able to explain basically as you don't understand.
Oh, so she's coming back.
I expect, well, we are not expecting her back, but you can ask questions and then she should be.
So let me just send it now.
Yes, please do that. Do that with your questions.
Okay, so
do you have the two email? That of Z and that of the Future Today. Abdul Jabbar. Thank you, devotion. Abdul Jabbar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is your design thinking ready?
I'm almost ready. I'm not done with the editing, sir, but almost ready. I've done some parts.
I want you to send it now, today, so that we can move forward, please. Because we are moving to the competition aspect, and you are expected to submit some things. So I don't want anybody to come up with the excuse that I have a question and it was not cleared. So we are supposed to have, clear the doubts on our design thinking by now. So wherever you are on it, save it and send it now. Eniola.
Sir.
Is your design thinking ready?
So I'm not sure what that is.
You don't know what design thinking is?
No.
I'm surprised to hear that. Okay, do you have the link to the, that should be session 3. Have you taken your session 3, your day 3? Have you looked at it?
I think so.
Yeah. That should be on design thinking. Either day 3 or day 4 is on design thinking. There is a template for you to edit. So I'm surprised to hear that you are saying you have not edited it. You have to do that and send it. So what of Mohammed? Do you have the design thinking template, Mohammed?
So I know it already. I'm not done.
But you have the template.
Yes, sir.
So share the video. There are 2 videos for design thinking. Share the videos with and the template with Eniola so that they can wrap up his own also. So thank you very much. That before the end of today, we'll have your design thinking template. You don't worry if you're unable to complete it. If you have any question, put it into it and send it forward so that any suggestions that we will have for you, we can be able to do that. So thank you very much. Now, on our app development, how many of us have is now very well grounded that we can use the Android Studio? Eniola, is your Android Studio working now? Eniola?
Yes.
Okay, good. Dr. Mohammed, is your Android Studio working?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What of it? Jabbar, you said you have some issues. So can you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Devotion. Just a minute. Devotion, your Android Studio is working very well?
My Android Studio is working very well, yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let us now listen to Jabbar for some few minutes. Jabbar, please. Let's hear your complaint.
So anytime I try logging into my Adobe Studio, it keeps saying that I should uninstall old fashion and I should install new fashion. So when I click on yes, it will take like about 10 minutes to load. And after loading, sometimes it will just brought up some black screen and I won't see anything. And sometimes when it displays the normal page for me and I try editing the code, suddenly it will just pop up, not responding, close program or contact for help.
Can you share your screen for us to see what is happening?
No, I sent you a video already on WhatsApp explaining that because currently I'm able to log in. Since I'm not editing anything now, it's working perfectly well.
Okay. So you said you have been able to log in now. Is it working now?
It's working currently. But anytime I try editing, sometimes it just say not responding and ask me to close the program and reload again.
Well, Devotion, do you have any advice on that? Devotion. Okay. Jabbar, I want you to look at your system.
Sir?
Yeah. Did you listen to Jabbar's complaint?
I didn't hear it very well. Can you please explain again?
Jabbar,
yes, sir.
Explain yourself again.
So I said anytime I try opening my Adobe Studio, so sometimes it will just ask me to uninstall old fashion and install new fashion. So when I click on yes, it will take about 10 minutes to install. And when it is installed, it will just display a blank screen, nothing. But sometimes it will open. And when I tried editing, after it's open, so it will just say not responding. Either I should close the app, or I should reload, or I should report. So
it sounds like the problem is that your laptop is slow. So the Android Studio is very heavy. And if you put flat on top of it, it gets heavier. So it might be like a problem of like having a very slow laptop. When you open, does it give you like that, say, start new project?
Okay.
When it opens, does it say, are you able to start a new project?
Are you able to start a new project?
Yes, sir.
So that means it's working. Android Studio is working, but because your system is very slow, it might be like maybe it uses the RAM is slow, or the space in the system is small. It will slow down, and if it slows down, it won't respond. That's what's happening. You need to like look for at least a laptop to use for now that's like slightly faster. it's a hardware problem.
Okay. But I
Do you
think I have
understand?
enough space currently because I have about 256 gig free and my laptop is 8 gig RAM.
It's 6 gig RAM. What Windows are you running?
Windows 10.
Windows 10. Okay. Can you share your screen?
Okay, a minute. Okay, yes, I started sharing already.
Okay. I'm seeing it. Go to Android Studio. It's open, right?
Yes.
Okay. Run the file.
Okay.
Run the program. Select a device first.
Select a device. That is at the middle, at the top middle.
Okay. Okay, this one.
Yes.
Yes.
Select a browser.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Run it. Now click the red button and let's see if it works.
This one, are you?
Yes.
Yeah, that one, the green button, yes.
It's not displaying anything.
Just wait for it in a second. So you see down there where it says version control to do, like at the bottom, just above your there. Go to it should have run. Okay, go to terminal for me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I have a question. Did you put Flutter carefully? Did you put Flutter?
Yes.
Have you installed Flutter?
Yes, I installed it already.
Okay, so let's try starting a new project again because I cannot seem to find a reason why it isn't working.
Okay. So
let's go. New project.
Okay. I'm clicking on the tab, but nothing is popping up.
It's running now.
Sorry?
I think it's running.
It's running.
There's a message there.
Okay, let's see. Check your browser. Just go on top of Chrome. Just go on top slightly. Okay, go to the other one. It's not yet running, sir.
There are 2 Chromes that are there.
It's only one that is open for now.
Okay, it's open a new tab.
I think it's open. It's slow, like you have mentioned. So it may be that
slow.
So
yeah. What he can do is start a new project and yeah.
You have to give it some time. Then yes, you may have a big RAM, but what type of processor are you using? Because that's another issue. So maybe you should also check that.
Yeah, you should check your processor because you need at least i3 and above.
Okay, I will do that, sir. So you say this is the later one, Abby?
I will attend to you later on. How many of us got the message I sent for us to install Sublime Text? Eniola?
I've already done it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Devotion, have you also?
I have Sublime Text.
Okay. So, what of it? Okay, Eniola, I've done it. Mohammed, what of you?
I've done it.
Okay, good. So thank you very much, everybody. So let us take a look at what I want to share with us today. So just a minute, I'll share a link on the chat box. Please, let's just check the chat. Let's check the chat. Anybody that open it should let me know. Let's check the chat. I've shared the link.
I've opened it.
Opened
Okay.
it.
Okay. I think Mohammed came first. Is that Mohammed or Eniola?
Eniola.
Eniola, please share your screen. Eniola, let's see your screen. So today, go to the next slide. Today, we want to do a little bit about website development. How many of us have prior knowledge of website development?
Aye.
Okay, good. Any other person? Okay, go to the next slide, Eniola. Any other next slide? Okay. So we want to look at what a website is, and what programming language are used to develop website. Then we want to now try and develop our own website. What we are thinking of here is that by the time you are submitting your project for the competition, you should have a dummy website for that project. And that project must be linked with one of the UN SDGs. So if you develop an app using the knowledge we gained last week, you should also develop a website to describe to us maybe what your app does or things like that. Or even if you decide to use our Scratch and PictoBlock to develop a game, you should also have a website where you can host it and explain how we are going to be using that. So we will be looking at developing a website. Then the knowledge you gain from that development, you'll be able to use it to develop your own dummy website that you will be presenting for the project. So we will be adding text to the website, we'll be adding pictures, and possibly we'll be adding games and any other thing that I want to add. So Eniola, click on what is a website. Click on it. What is a website? Okay. So can somebody tell us what a website is? What is a website? Devotion, you have been involved in website development. What is a website?
I don't know the definition of a website, but what I know is that a website is basically a page on the internet that people can access information about a particular, maybe a company or a topic.
Okay. What of you, Mohammed? What is a website? Mohammed.
Sir,
What is a website?
a website is like an online.
We lost you, Mohammed. Your audio is not clear. Jabbar, what is a website?
So a website is just something like a page where an organization can just share their details and through which maybe they are selling something, you can order that thing and perform some other function.
Okay.
That's it.
What of Eniola you want to try? What's a website?
I think a website are a group of pages which go under a domain name.
Okay. So let's try to put the pieces together. Number one, Eniola talk about domain name. Devotion talk about online. And Jabal said pages. So all these are components of a website. Number one, there must be a domain. A domain is like buying a land online using the technical word online. You buy a piece of the online platform. So when you have a domain name, now under your domain name, you can now have your website, which are pages. Pages, which, like Devotion said, anybody from around the world will be able to access it. That's an example of a website there, that of our hub. So if you look at that URL, you see a domain name. A domain name will just be before the .com or the .org or the, we have a lot of dots that are always there. So that is the domain name. Understand me? And you now have the landing page of that website itself. So just like everybody have said, it's just a page or a group of pages that are under a domain name, and domain name is your presence online. That is your piece of what you have purchased for you to be able to access the world, for the world to be able to access you online. So you can have it in the cloud and some other areas like that. So that is just what we mean by a website, your window to the world. Go to the next slide, Eniola. Eniola, go to the next slide. Eniola, okay. So now, for what you can see there, all those writings that you can see there are actually codes. So who can tell me what are the programming language that we use to create websites? Which programming language have you heard of that we use to create websites? Just like you have some set of codes there.
So we have like Java.
Okay.
We have like HTML, and I think Python.
Let somebody make another attempt. That's good.
Now, can I try?
Yes, please. Your name?
Eniola.
Okay.
There's Python and there's CSS.
Okay, there is CSS. There is a Python, but CSS, Java, and the HTML. Let's go for that. Okay, there's also Python. Python is also used for some areas of website development, most especially when you are talking about artificial intelligence and some other areas. You understand me? So who else want to try? Yes. So what you are looking at there is actually an HTML file. Backing an HTML file is usually a CSS file. You understand me? These are a little bit simplified codes, but we also have JavaScript, which is a much lower code that you also use for website development. So you have HTML, you have CSS, you have Java, you also have Python in some instances, but the most popular one is HTML and CSS. So please, let's go to the next slide because of time. Eniola, take okay. So this is an example of the front end. What you saw in the other end is the back end. That was the back end. This is a front end of a website. So if you are on this page, please click on what if you have a website. Click on it. Click on it. It's supposed to give you access to download a file. So please download that file. Download everything. Everything. You have to download everything. So like I mentioned, this is just to guide us to be able to put together a dummy website that we will use to describe our project that we are doing. Who has downloaded the files? And your lab tried for us. Jabbar, you want to share your screen?
Downloaded the file.
Who is saying I've downloaded the file?
And Mohammed.
Let Niola, thank you very much. Stop screen sharing. Let's see somebody else's screen. Yes, Mohammed, good. Jabbar devotion, I'm expecting your screen. Go and show us unzip the file so that we have access to what is inside. Let's minimize this. Let's minimize this. Let's see the file that we have downloaded. Unzip it and let's see what is inside. Okay, your own is still loading. Whose screen is this? Because I see devotion also try to come up. Are we seeing Mohammed's screen or devotion screen?
Mohammed is not sharing his screen. He's sharing now.
Yes, you see her sharing now. So Mohammed, go to the downloaded file and unzip it. Go there. Go to your download so that we can see it. Then you now unzip the file. Go and see it in your download. And your lab, you downloaded it?
Yes, I have.
Unzip the file. Right click and extract the file. You will see extract files. Let's wait for Mohammed's screen to come up. I hope your Sublime test is now up and doing because we will be using it any moment from now. Is that the file? No, this not. Is this the file? No. They are supposed to be unzip. Wait. Let me see. Right click back. Right click and just let me see what is there. Open with. Go to that open with. Let me see. WinZip. Let's see. Can you use WinRAR? Try to search for WinRAR online. Who has unzipped his own file? Mohammed, search for WinRAR. WinRAR. That's it. WinRAR download.
Sir, I have a problem.
Can you please let me know?
Okay. It gives me a pop-up message whenever I press extract files.
What's the pop-up message?
Let me read it.
So download this, Mohammed. Download and install it. You don't have to buy. You can get the free. Trial.
It says no archives found.
Okay, Mohammed, please. As you are downloading, please can you stop screen sharing? Let's see any online. Jabbar and Devotion. Have you all
Yeah, I'm extracting the file.
Okay.
Just load.
So and okay, now let's see. Jabbar, what of you?
My own is yet to be completely downloaded. So it's still downloading.
Okay. So that shows that your system is slow because it's not a big file. That's
This is it.
Oh, yeah, let's click on it. Right click. What right click? That's supposed to be extract file. It's not send file to extract files. So yeah, click on that. Click on extract files. Okay, let's see. He said no archive found.
Yes.
Okay. Close it. Click on OK. Let's see what's happening. WinRAR message. Break operation. Copy to clipboard. Break. Close it. Close it. Close. Now double click on it. Let me see. Double click. It's supposed to open. Okay. It's still giving that error. Okay. I think it has to do with WinRAR. I think your WinRAR it has expired. I think that's the problem. Mohammed, have you downloaded your WinRAR again? Maybe you should uninstall your WinRAR and reinstall it again for a free trial. Close. Quickly uninstall it. Wait. He's saying the file is damaged. What you should, first of all, let's do it this way. Delete the file and re-download it, please. Delete that file and re-download it. Hello, is there?
Someone.
Re-download it. Devotion, are you saying something?
Mohammed.
Okay, Mohammed, have you downloaded your WinRAR? Okay, let's see. Okay. Press OK. Okay. Okay, yes, that's good. I open that. I open the yes. Open that. I think there is a background noise coming from Devotion. Okay, good. So thank you very much. So Mohammed, let me just explain. So you can see that what's the name of the first file at the top, Mohammed? No, this one that we are seeing.
Okay, CSS.
Inside that folder, you have the CSS scripts. You have the CSS scripts. That is part of the language we were talking about the other time. And what is the name of the last file?
Index.
That index is an HTML file. If you right click and look at the properties, even if you, okay, the properties is not showing here. if you look at the details and you look at the properties, you will see that is an HTML file. Do you understand me? So this is an example of a website. So Mohammed, open the index in your browser, right click and open. Open, just open. It will open in your browser. Okay. So this is the front end of the website. Normally we have the front end, which is what is called the graphical user interface, the user experience. This is it. And there's a back end to this to this HTML file. So we try to edit quickly now. Mohammed, can you load your Sublime Text? Can you load your Sublime Text? Bring up your Sublime Text. Load it. No.
Okay, sir.
Bring up your Sublime Text. You can minimize this. Has every other person been able to do this? Eniola?
Trying to, let's see.
Devotion.
I am still opening it. Let's see if it opens.
Okay. Mohammed, go to file. Mohammed. No,
Go to
file. At the top, open folder. Open folder. So go and look for the folder. Go and look for that folder that you downloaded. That was your Idepo folder. Open this one. Area select folder. Okay. I hope that has come up. Okay. So you can see it has come up. So click on the second Wasio Idepo. Click on the arrow. Click on the good. So we now have, yes. Go and click on. You can see what I said. That index. What is ending that index? Not what?
HTML.
Is an HTML file. So this is the language that was used to develop this is an HTML. Is everybody following us? Please click on that index.
Yes, we are with you, sir.
So now, this is the back end of that website that we saw the front end on the browser. So now we want to do some things. Go down to, I want you to Wasio Idepo and change that Wasio Idepo to Mohammed Olarewaju. Everybody change Wasio Oyedepo to your own name. Eniola, are you on this page?
No, sir. I just deleted WinRAR, so I want to download it again.
Okay, I hope you'll be able to follow us.
Yes.
So, Mohammed, please edit Wasiu Oyedepo and change it to Muhammad Olanrewaju, change it to your name. That is why I said you should write that composition. I want you to import from your composition and come and put it here. Mohammed, I can't see you doing anything. No. What are you doing now, Mohammed?
Like I'm writing my name.
Please, but I can't see it. Okay, please do that. Please make sure you don't delete anything apart from what I ask you to delete. If you delete anything, it's going to affect the website. So Mohammed is having issues. Mohammed, press Ctrl Z. Press Ctrl Z. Let it go back. Press Ctrl Z. Let that Wasiu Oyedepo come back. Press Ctrl Z. Continue to press Ctrl Z until you have that Wasiu Oyedepo. Now you can see, don't delete the way it is on a straight line. Just that Wasiu Oyedepo is what you should delete. You see, the H1 that is at the beginning and at the end, those are the programming language. That's the HTML function that is there. So if you delete that, it's going to disrupt the website. So save all. Go to File, click on Save All. Now go and refresh your browser. Save all. Now go back to your browser. If you save all and refresh. Let's see your browser. Eniola Jabbar.
I've downloaded Mirror.
Okay. Now refresh the website. Refresh. Just refresh it. Go and refresh it. Yes. Reload the page. Okay. Scroll up back. Let us see the beginning back. What has happened, Mohammed?
The name has changed.
Okay. So go to our presentation, our slide.
So
Go back to the slide, to the presentation, where you downloaded from. Go back to the slide. Our presentation, our PowerPoint. Go back to our PowerPoint. Go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so we are now, go to the next slide. 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 No, we have passed this place. Will you like to, no, go up. One slide more. One slide more. No, the one before, this is game. You have picture. Go to the one before this one. Yes, this is what we are doing now. You like to add text to your website. So Mohammed, go ahead and edit those words that are on that website. You have changed the name. Now go to your composition and try to now copy it. Look at that website and copy. and change as many as you can. Like I said, what you are doing today is just a practice. What we expect you to submit is something like this. Now it should be for your project. You should have your UNSDG, you should have the name for the project and things like that on the website. We are just using this one to let you see how you can edit those things. So go back to your Sublime Text and copy from your composition and try to place it and see how you are able to arrange it. Mohammed, you understand?
Sir,
Yes.
this is devotion. I have to report for class in like starting in 3 minutes, so I have to leave now.
I also have to finish now. So thank you very much, Devotion, for coming. I know you have done this, so you should be able to do as much as this. Thank you very much, Devotion. You can go. Which will be rounding up. Jabbar. Jabbar.
Yes, sir.
Are you also doing this?
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, this is just for you to practice how to edit something like this. We will expect you to submit something similar to this for your project. This is the project I'm working on. This is the name. This is this. This is this. This is this. You put it, and they will be able to see it. So, Eniola, thank you very much, Mohammed. Go ahead and put your composition there. So, for tomorrow, please come with some pictures that you want to add to your website so that we will be able to add, we will be able to change those pictures that are there now to your own. Also, if you have a scratch game or a scratch animation, come with the link to that animation. I hope we'll also be able to add the game to the website or the animation. So Eniola, Mohammed, can you alert Eniola? I'm calling him. Or is he no more in the class?
So I'm here.
Eniola.
So I'm here.
Okay. Have you been able to unwrap it?
I've downloaded WinRAR.
Have you installed WinRAR?
Yes.
We are extract files.
There's no extract files here.
Because you have not installed WinRAR.
I have. This is it.
You have downloaded it.
Yes.
Double click and install. It will ask you to install now. No, WinRAR. Yes. I should be able to give you a hand. Yes. And install it. Okay.
So I've downloaded it.
You have done that. So I'll go back to that. Go back to your download. That right click on what you did. Supposed to give you Hyra.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank God, last.
You have to watch the video.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you? Are you
So what do I do here?
What's happening? You are not supposed to buy. Why is it asking you to buy? Why buy? You want to support Okay. You're supposed to allow you
I've
to.
downloaded Visual Studio.
I said Sublime Text. I said Sublime Text. I want you to use
Oh my
Sublime Text.
God.
I said Sublime Text. So you watch this video.
Okay, I also have Sublime Text.
We are already running now because it's already 1 o'clock. Eniola.
Sir?
Eniola. I don't know what's happening. You are supposed to be able to do the extraction.
I think my laptop has had WinRAR before.
Maybe
That's why it has expired.
That's why it's not allowing you to. Okay. Go for WinZip. Go online and search for WinZip. Let me see. WinZip.
Okay.
Maybe that should assist you. Mohammed.
So,
Can you share the link to the presentation so that Khairat can have it?
which link?
You should try it free. Maybe this will assist you. Mohammed, have you shared it? Share it to everybody now, Mohammed.
Which link?
The link to the presentation to the PowerPoint.
Okay, sir.
Send it back to everybody so that Khairat can have it. Khairat.
Sir, this is it.
Have you downloaded this? Khairat. Mohammed, I've not seen the link. Mohammed, I said you should share the link in the chat, in the Zoom chat. Thank you. Khairat, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Khairat.
Sir?
Click on that link very fast. Let me take you through. Mohammed, Eniola, has it downloaded?
Sir, this is what it's telling me.
Click next now. Click next. Okay. What the hell is happening here? Khairat.
Yes, sir.
Are you on the page?
Yes.
Okay. So, your last call, and let me just attend to Khairat.
I should stop sharing my screen.
Yes. Let Khairat share our screen. Khairat, let me see your screen, please. Khairat, let me see your screen.
Sir?
Let me see your screen. Our time is up. What of your design thinking? What of design thinking? Go to the side. You have a website.
There are what?
Go to the second slide. That one that says, what if you have a go to the second slide. I should be able to locate it from there. Go to the next slide. Third slide, the content. Go to the content. Okay. What if you have a website? Go and click on it. What if you have a website? What if you have a website? You can just click on it from the table of content. Yes, it will go to the slide. Okay, so now go and click on that. What if you have a website? The title again. Go and click on the title. Click on the title. Okay, now download the file that is there. Download that file. No. Download everything. Download that. So it's a zip file. It's a zip file. So you have to now unzip it. So when you watch the video, you should be able to get some few things. Has it downloaded?
Yes, it's still downloaded.
Okay, I just want to put you through and show you one or two things. So, but you should still have to go through the video to get some other details. Eniola?
Sir?
Have you been able to unzip it? As your...
Let me share my screen.
Okay. Click OK, or what's that? Click finish. Click finish. Click finish.
I've clicked finish.
It's not going. It's supposed to go now.
This is what it's showing me now.
What is it showing?
It's telling me to buy.
No, it said thank you for installing. I can't see where it's telling you to buy. Let me see it. I'm still seeing thank you for installing WinZip. Where is it showing you to buy? I hope you click on the free trial.
Yeah, this is it.
I'm saying thank you for installing WinZip.
Where my arrow is, buy now.
I can't see buy now.
Yeah, where my arrow, my cursor.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm ready to activate. The copy of is not yet registered. So ensure continue use. Purchase it. Phrase. No. Use evaluation version. Use evaluation version. Yes. Okay. For unlimited, you activate your copy of Win. No, you don't need to activate. I don't think so. Minimize this. Minimize it. Where go to that file. Let's see whether the free version has been. Go to that your download. Highlight is because of you. I'm still around. I want to quickly attend to you. Where right click on Wasi Oyedepo. Right click on it. Right click. Can you now unzip it?
I still can't unzip it.
No, open download with WinZip. Open download with WinZip. Go to Wasiu Oyedepo now. Right click. It says open download with.
Yes, I've done that. I've done that.
This is not, you are not inside Wasiu Oyedepo. This is not Wasiu Oyedepo that you click on. Go to that WinRara. No, WinZip.
I finished downloading it.
Okay. Yes, unzip folder.
I finished downloading it.
Okay, you to unzip it. Unzip it just like another is doing.
I've already tried to. I wasn't able to unzip it.
You are using what to unzip it? What are you using to unzip it? Has it unzip? Okay, now go and open it from that place now. Khairat.
Sir?
Have you unzip it? So
no.
And you're like to follow through. Open that. I'm going to open your to be able to work with it. Go and open your, don't open the CSS. I didn't ask you to open the CSS. Is the index. Click on the index onto your browser. Khairat.
Yes, sir.
Let me see Khairat screen.
Yes, sir. We got it.
I'm coming. Okay.
You have not unzip it now.
Yes, I told you that I didn't unzip it.
Why?
Give me a little more time.
I was trying to.
Yes.
And what is it saying?
Thank you very much, sir.
Don't select it. Don't select it. Don't select.
Next time you come up with a crazy plan like this,
press it. Just right click on it. Just right click. Don't select. Right click.
Oh, I selected before.
Extract file. Extract file. That's okay.
Is that wrong?
Okay. Now open the extracted file folder. Open the folder. So open this one also. So for a website, you have CSS, you have HTML. These are part of the programming language that is used for the programming of a website. So go and open that index in your browser. Just right click and open. So this is the front end of the website. I know what you have seen there. Somebody that put it there. So we go back and load your Sublime Text. Load your Sublime Text. Eniola, are you also following me? Eniola?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead, load your Sublime Text. So the two of you, let me just quickly put you through. As your Sublime Text come up, Khairat.
Yes, sir.
Let me see it. I'm still seeing your browser. Your screen is blank.
Oh, come on, let me share my screen again.
Okay. So go to File and open folder. File on the top left. Now go and select that was they started on select folder. Select folder. No. Go back. We are select folder. Okay. Go and click on that arrow beside the second one. So you on the arrow. Okay. Go and click on the index. Click the index. You can see the index is ending with dot what? Dot what is that?
HTML.
It's an HTML file. So I want you to look for Wasiu and change it to your name.
Okay.
Change it to your name.
I'm apologizing to you. I said I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At both ends.
Come on.
HTML command. Click on file, save all. File, save all. Save all. So now go to your browser back. Go to your browser, Khairat. Refresh your browser. Refresh it. Reload page. At the top. No. You don't have to close it. Just reload it. You can go back to that folder inside your download and just refresh it. Click on refresh. So what has happened? Khairat, unmute and talk. Eniola, do you have the same thing?
It changed to my name.
Yes.
So your homework before tomorrow, change as many of those tests. You may not change everything because you may not have as much test as that. Change as many of it to what you write in your composition. But what you are submitting for the project is going to be something like this that is going to contain the explanation of your project. Your project is what you want to do. You can do an app with the knowledge you gain last, then do a website like this to describe the app. You can also do animation from scratch and come and add it and explain it. So that is what we'll be expecting. Then you must have a USDG that you are going to put there. So number one, change as many of those tests so that you see change from the heading and change from the body. Also change, there's also list there. Change as many as you can so that you see how to add text to a website. Then number two, come with images. You are going to add the image to this website. Number three, come with a link to your Scratch project. You are also going to do that tomorrow by the grace of God. So thank you very much. See you same time tomorrow. Khairat, watch the video and see some other things that we discussed. But this is just the main thing that we did, which is the editing of the website using your Sublime text. Any question before I end the class?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. See you same time tomorrow. Thank you very much.